Thanks for checking out this video. I'm just going to give you guys an explanation of why I'm doing these videos. It's just so that for those of you that have gotten the chance to read my blogs, this is just an opportunity for me to share with you beforehand what it is that I'm going to be talking about in my blog for that specific time. Have you ever been in a situation where you were in a season where it was completely dry spiritually? Maybe it wasn't spiritually, but just in general in life, you just felt empty. You didn't feel like you had anything going for you. Today, that's what I want to talk to you about. I've been going through a season of life for these past 2 months, and during this blog, you're going to get to basically get a first-hand look at, one, my life, and then two, when you're in a season like that, how do you handle something? How do you go through a situation where you're in a season of life? Who do you turn to? What is it that you do? And a lot of times we think when we're in a dry season, it could be because we did something, we made some mistakes. Perhaps in those dry seasons, you're frustrated because you believe that Jesus is silent, that Jesus is not present, that He's absent in your time of need. Well, in Deuteronomy 32, which is what I'm going to be speaking out of, it says in verse 10 that He found them in a desert land, in an empty, howling wasteland. He surrounded them and watched over them. He guarded them as He would guard His own eyes. So, with this title is Empty, Howling Wasteland, specifically because of the scripture verse. But what's interesting about it is that the Israelites here were in a desert land. They were in a wasteland. They were on their journey to Canaan after they were released from Egypt, from slavery, and during this time Jesus is providing for them, but they're in the desert. They're in a place where there's nothing really fruitful. It's empty. They're not very happy with it. They're not satisfied. And a lot of times in our life we're in a situation to where our life is empty. We just don't feel like we have anything going for us. And a lot of times we forget that Jesus is providing for us in those situations. And one of the things that I want to touch on is that it says He surrounded them and watched over them. He guarded them as He would guard His own eyes. So in those situations of life when you're going through something and you feel empty, Jesus is not absent, but He is there watching over you. Oftentimes in situations He gives us the opportunity to search for Him. He gives us the opportunity to have to rely on Him. There's always an opportunity to learn something, but something that Matthew Henry says in a commentary that I was reading is that for a learner to learn, they have to have the space to learn. So oftentimes Jesus will give us the opportunity where He is silent to see what we can learn out of a situation. And a lot of times in our seasons, we need to choose not, God, why are you not taking me out of this? Why have you not rescued me? But Jesus, what can I learn out of this? And not only in your silence can I learn something, but Jesus, I will understand that when you are silent, that's an opportunity for me to look for your love. That's an opportunity that you are giving me to search for you. Oftentimes we will look at silence as Jesus abandoning us. But in reality, that's not how it is. He's just giving us an opportunity to practice another piece of His love, another piece of His grace, and what it is that He wants to do in us. So I would challenge you as this blog is posted on your timeline, on your news feed, that you would take the opportunity to read it. And I pray that you would allow it to minister to your heart as it is ministered to mine. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to sharing with you guys in the future.